Hi, Stavi, eldest, and guest or guest. So I'm going to cut right to the chase.
Nice.
So found myself in a sugar baby relationship, I guess, last September.
Nice.
And I've made quite a bit of money.
Woo! Yes,
and I'm a law student, and I'm not going to work for a corporation or like some big law firm. So I'm really just doing this shit for the people. So the extra money is really nice. So I've only seen this. So I'm 24. This guy's 64, I believe. I've only seen him 3 times. We've only ever kissed. And, you know, I send him, like, pictures of my tits or whatever.
Nice.
But I haven't seen him
That's
since
pretty
last
cool.
year. And at the beginning of this year, he had his second heart attack of his lifetime. Mind you, this man is also a 2-time cancer survivor.
Hell yeah.
But this time he had to get a triple bypass. And he was out of commission
I
for
saw
a
a
bit.
picture of her tits.
Yeah. Too juicy.
So now, of course, he, like, kind of running dry, right? He wants to see me again.
Yeah.
My issue is that if I were to see him again, I did go to school with his son. I tutored his son's girlfriend. His daughter is younger than me.
Okay.
By the way, I did not meet him through his son at all, so that's not an issue. But my worry is that if I were to go away for the weekend with him and there is some health emergency, which it's probable that something like that could happen. Who the fuck do I call and how do I explain that I'm there? I'm not calling his ex-wife. I'm not calling his son. So, like, how do I go about that? And
interesting.
I've thought about, just talking to him about it and being like, hey, like, if something happens, like, what should we do? But there's also this very real fear of, like, insulting him, kind of. And I feel like older men in that position, trying to go out with younger women want to feel like they're younger. And I don't want to, like, fuck this situation up because it is very advantageous for me.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm just wondering how I go about this because I really don't want this old man to die on me, literally or metaphorically. So yeah, would love any advice y'all have. Thank you.
She needs to get into speaking. She's a beautiful speaker.
She's a lawyer. She's going to be great in the courtroom. Going to give dynamite closing arguments. This is interesting because if you didn't know his son, would you want to like call? I mean, it's just not something you want to deal with in any way.
I can't tell if she has like feelings for the guy at all, or if he's just.
I don't think so.
It's so transactional. She just wants to make sure her insurance policy is fine.
I do think for her it's really transactional. Yeah. I also am like curious about. She's seen him 3 times, so it's just like a mostly phone relationships is what it seems like. They've like made out, she said, and so it's just, and you want to just keep it going, but you're so now you want to meet in person, or I guess he wants to meet in person because the clock's ticking, and he's like, all right, time for a little ROI. Time to cash in some of these dividends, and. I don't know. You were saying don't. You were saying like you just wouldn't do it.
Mean, I wouldn't do it unless.
What's the downside of like in an emergency calling, having his emergency or like wouldn't you just
blowing his cover?
It's not your
revealing to his kids that he has
also wouldn't you just call an ambulance?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why the fuck do you have to call his kids?
I thought he was like already in the hospital, and she had to like she wanted to get in the hospital to see.
No,
him. Not
she's
that they were
dick.
Yeah.
Beep 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 beep.
Flatline.
Keep sucking.
Doctors, I've never seen it. This man is gonna die the second you take your mouth off his cock.
Suck the defibrillator. Okay, so this makes more sense. She's actively fucking or sucking, and he's having an issue.
That's the question. Yeah,
she could just be like, "I found him on the street."
Is she going away with him? Is that what she's saying?
That's
for
an interesting
weekend?
ratcheting up of things.
Yeah,
that's why I'm saying she's clearly like, I don't think she has feelings for him, but she she'll go out with him. You know what I mean?
This
So
makes
she's
sense
saying,
to me.
all right, he's been in the hospital. We've been texting each other. We're probably going to go away. He wants to go away for the weekend. If this fucking guy has a heart attack, who do I call?
And it seems like things are so bad that she really thinks that something might happen.
Yeah, I guess part of me is like,
Yeah, she ain't
you
wrong.
know, I don't know. I mean, I guess, yeah. I mean, don't. It
Call
could
an
happen.
ambulance.
Call an ambulance. Isn't that the answer?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think she needs to worry.
She doesn't have to be the one to
Like
call.
he doesn't want you calling his family.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
this is not. It's just an interesting worry to have. Because like yes, maybe I'm more of a gambler than this woman, but I would just be like, we'll cross
Yeah.
that bridge when we get to it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I wouldn't worry about it that much. Also, I guess more than that, she's worried about her cover being blown with his son who she knows, but it's also like
Who cares?
who fucking cares? What unless this guy like is his son like some kind of, how can that hurt you? Like dating an older man is not, it's not like, oh what, you're afraid his son isn't gonna like you? Who gives a fuck?
No, I feel like she's probably just like, nobody knows that I'm doing this with this old man.
yeah,
Right,
I'd
she's
like to
trying to
keep
And now
it that
someone
way.
my age and the daughter's younger is gonna know that I've been sending pictures of my tits to their dad. I think if you're doing it, it's like just do it. Who cares?
I really think like, in what world do you call his family and not an ambulance?
Right.
And B, who really gives a fuck? I know, all things being equal, I guess you would just like to keep it private, which I understand. But if push really comes to shove, basically it really comes down to, is the percentage chance that your cover gets blown, is the small percentage that your cover gets blown to his family worse to you than the money you're making from this guy? That's really the cost benefit analysis here.
Yeah.
And to me, it feels like if this guy's been that generous over a little making out and some titty pics, it's worth rolling the dice on him not fucking having his fourth heart attack while you're jerking him off. You might not even have to fuck this guy.
Just
Yeah.
keep kissing.
Keep kissing.
Money,
If
money,
he's also
money.
this frail that you're scared he might keel over, like when you're like sucking his cock or whatever, it's like time for a new long-term plan. You gotta diversify the clientele
Absolutely,
a little, like, you know,
absolutely.
More useful.
double cancer survivor.
Yeah. Or
couple
get in
heart
the will.
attacks. Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go.
Get in the will, and then who cares who knows
That's
who the
what I think the long con is. Of
Yeah.
this, probably.
Yeah, hopefully.
Marry him.
Married.
Pussy is a commodity. You need to fucking cash in as much as you can. This is Red Pill Corner.